Hey guys, it's Sizz, and in today's video, I'm going to go over a couple budget PvP weapons that you guys can run in your raids. We're going to be going over one SMG, one semi-auto rifle, and one full auto rifle, so whatever your playstyle is, there should be a weapon in here that fits your needs. And all of them are readily available at even the lower levels, and they all come in at under 100k, so most people in this video should be able to run these weapons no problem. And without further ado, let's just get right into the builds. Alright, so starting off our gun build, we're going to go with the UMP45, which in my opinion is the all-around best budget weapon in the game, just because of how cheap it is, how little you have to mod it, and how much of a laser beam it can be. So there's like 1,000 ways you can get this gun in this game. The cheapest way to get it is to do the barter from Peacekeeper 1 for the 7 black handle knives, which you can either find on scavs or get from Fence for like about 4,000 rubles, I believe. And then obviously you can get it on the flea market for about 30k as well. So in terms of attachments, we're going to start off with the UMP suppressor from Peacekeeper 2 for $459 US. And you don't have to put this on if you're really tight on money, but I definitely would recommend it just for the recoil reduction and obviously the sound reduction as well. For my tactical device, I go with old reliable here, the X400 from Peacekeeper level 2 as well, and that is $124 US, and that's pretty self-explanatory, a flashlight, a laser, whatever. And our last attachment here is the RK5 from Skier 3 for 6,900 rubles, which is really cheap, and it gives you a little bit of an ergonomics boost and like a very small recoil reduction. In terms of a sight, I don't really have one on here because you can run whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. You can even use the iron sight if you want, it's all up to you. Just put whatever you want on, and that's basically it for the UMP. You just need some FMJ ammo and you're good to frag out in your lobbies. If you're looking for a budget full auto rifle, I definitely recommend going with a 5.45 rifle, just because the guns themselves are relatively cheap and the attachments as well are also really cheap. So in this example, I decided to run with the AK-74N from Prapor level 2 for 35,859 rubles. In terms of attachments, we got the JMac muzzle brake on from Mechanic level 3 for 13,216 rubles. And this is going to be the best attachment you can run in that slot for recoil reduction, which is why I have it on here. Up next, we have the CAA RS-47 handguard from Peacekeeper level 2 for $117 US, which allows us to put on our AFG foregrip from Peacekeeper level 3 for $73 US, which gives you, again, a nice ergonomics boost and a little bit of a recoil reduction. Lastly, for the handguard, we have the X400 tactical device from Peacekeeper level 2 for $124 US, which is obviously going to give us our flashlight or laser, whichever one you prefer. Going over to the back of the gun, we have the GP25 recoil pad from Prapor level 2 for 4,000 rubles, and this is going to give you a nice recoil reduction. And lastly, at the top of the gun, we have the Bastion dust cover for 6,325 rubles from Skier level 1, and this is going to allow you to put it on your sight of choice. And that's it for the AK-74N build. You're definitely going to be able to compete in PvP with this gun, and let's go over to our last gun build. And lastly, if you wanted a gun that hits a little bit harder and shoots a little bit heavier bullets, the RFB is probably going to be the cheapest weapon that you can get for that. You can pick up the RFB from Skier level 1 for 55,199 rubles. And honestly, the nice thing about the RFB is a lot of people don't pick this weapon up when you die, so you get it back from insurance a lot in my experiences. Getting into the attachments, there's not a whole lot here because modding is obviously limited on the RFB, but we're going to start off with the thread spacer from Skier level 1 for 2,530 rubles, and that is going to allow us to put on our suppressors and whatnot. Speaking of suppressors, I decided to go with the Wave muzzle brake from Mechanic level 3 for 8,938 rubles, which lets us put on the Wave QD suppressor. And you can buy this for 50k-ish from the traders, but you can honestly get it a lot cheaper off the flea market. It usually is around 30 to 40k, so I would definitely recommend getting this off the flea market for that price instead of getting it from the traders. And lastly, we have the AFG foregrip from Peacekeeper level 3 for $73 US, which gives you a little bit of an ergo boost. And lastly, you can put your sight of choice at the top as always. Just one little quick tip with the RFB, you don't want to get caught close range with this gun because the point firing on the RFB is absolutely terrible. So make sure you're trying to stay like medium to long range-ish if you're using this gun. Alright, so these are kind of the main 3 weapons I would recommend for PvPing on a budget. Going forward with these gun build videos, I'm probably going to focus more on the meta weapons and just some of the niche weapons that I like. So be sure to look out for those, and I will see you guys in the next video.